I know I might get some backflash for this, but I don't care. I've been getting backflash and black splash and all of that since I've been on YouTube. This shooting was fake. I ain't Alex Jones, so you can't sue me. I ain't got a lot of money like that. But let's look at something, folks. The shoes was the smoking gun. All right. Now, with all of these shootings, how many times have we seen? I'm just saying, folks, something ain't right. How many times have we seen bodies being dragged out? With surveillance and high-tech surveillance, folks, and with camera systems now. How come the he, she, or whatever was the only thing on video? When you gonna come out with the other video that shows the teachers and the children running? Again, listen, if somebody died, God bless the dead. But here's the reason why I'm telling you I don't feel that way. Now in the beginning it's always the shock value. Oh wow. But then afterwards it's like, hold up, let me study that for a second. You study for a second. Something ain't right. I ain't never seen no mass shooter in the midst of a killing spree change shoes. You had on Pumas, and when the cop stood over top with the body cam, it was clear that those were Vans deck shoes, boat shoes. That's what they really are. They're deck shoes. They look nothing like the Pumas. The age of the what was it? 3 children at the age of 9. Turn that upside down. That's 6. You had the 3 adults that were killed. All had the number 6 in their age. Again, just as I told y'all with the money, all the numbers are important. I've been telling y'all numbers are important. I haven't even done the research to see what time, because the cabal love to do things at a certain time. Just like with Damar Hamlin, all of these clocks that he's been standing in front of, there's messages in the numbers on the clocks that he's standing in front of. Then you drive past. If that was really you in that car, you drive, it doesn't make no sense at all. You drive past the playground during recess, and what do? You shoot the glass from the outside in. And they got you walking through a few doors in hallways with the alarms going off, but you the only one on camera. There's gotta be other video if y'all not having, or if they trying to doctor it up so they can shut us up. Where are the other people on camera? There's no excuse. Because if you got her on camera or him, she on camera, then you gotta have, if they were really in the building, then you gotta have the teachers and the students on camera running. Where is that video at? How you drive past the school playground where we see kids on swinging? Come on. But yet, if you was really about that life and you wasn't a psyop exercise, you would have jumped out that car and sprayed them little kids up with the teachers out there. But that didn't happen. All we heard on the cam was shots fired, but we don't know if that person fired the shots, or because the person was already down and they blurred out, it looked like may have been an image of a kid on the ground. But here's the other problem that I have with this. If they have assault rifles and handguns, they'd have made mincemeat of you and it would have been splatter everywhere. So when the cop with his body cam stood over the chick, the she, and looked down and saw just as clear, this is the thing about, they can't lie and hide this up, cover this up no more. This is not late 90s, early 2000s where the video resolution wasn't that great. The video resolution is HD now. 60 frames per second. So when you look down on her, she, and there was a clear disconnect with them shoes versus, or was this filmed in 2 different days? And people might have a problem with it. Well, people died. Show me the receipt where they died. The reason why I have a problem with this is because none of this looks right. And what's the first thing they do? Gun grab. Republicans versus Democrats. We need to do something about the guns. We need to come up with a plan that stops these killings. Number one, folks, you're not gonna do that. There's too many guns in the street as is. I've worked with people over the years that's got a whole stash full of guns, registered and unregistered. You're not gonna stop that. This is the way that you take the guns, the way Mao and Stalin took the guns, so that when you get ready to do your mass takeover and the UN come over here walking boots on ground, U.S. shore, it's going to be a bloodbath. They're never going to be successful with this gun grab, just like the war on drugs. The government brings the drugs in. The CIA is funding all of these wars with drug money, blood money. None of this is making sense at all. It's all retarded. And people, well, folks really died. Why? Because they said so? Well, why wouldn't you think that? Look at the evidence. Look at the evidence. So this person didn't come in with a backpack, didn't come in with a merce. You blew your way into the door, right? Okay. Did you have shoes stashed? This is what I want somebody to answer for me. Did you have shoes stashed? I'm surprised. I haven't watched Alex. He may be on this, or I haven't watched him. But everybody, even Ray Charles, God rest his soul, and Stevie Wonder, can see this. Or was you shooting blanks? Was this a practice, a drill that you filmed that made it look real? The perp drives past the playground where all the children are. But we are Satan attacking the children. No, that's, have you paid attention to that? Satan attacking the children. But you drove past that. And you in a school building. So if we didn't see anybody, maybe because we need to go on Craigslist and look up crises actors. That's what we need to do in that area. And then go back a week before this event happened. That's what you do. You go back a week before. Every time something like this happens, I've always found ads in the list surrounding areas where they were hiring actors. Always, every time I've done the research, they were always hiring folks a week before the event happened. And the surrounding city, not in that city, but a city nearby. None of this makes any sense, folks. None of it looks right. The ops look right. The ops look wrong. I'm sorry. The ops look totally wrong. How did y'all miss that point? Or you missed it on purpose to see who was going to be paying attention? Did you not figure that his vest cam, his body cam, looked right down on them shoes? if anything, somebody screwed up. That's all I got to say. Somebody screwed this up big time when they orchestrated this thing. They screwed up big time. When they put this thing together, somebody should have said, well, we can't use this footage because the shoes don't match. It's too late now. Now it's out there. That's almost like what I said on the teaching about speaking out different words. Once you spit it out there, it's a little bit too late. You can't take it back. That's what this is like. They can't take it back. You didn't put it out there now. So what they gonna do, what they would probably do now is say it was a second shooter. But all along, you said it was one shooter. So what's the narrative gonna be? That they changed shoes during the shooting? Since it was a transgender, she was having an identity crisis and she didn't feel right wearing, or she didn't feel right in them Pumas. So some kind of way, they went back to the car and changed their shoes and came back in. And what they gonna do? They're gonna produce the Pumas and say, we found the other pair of shoes. I just wanted to vent a little bit on that. Don't fall for this okie doke. Please don't fall for it. Them shoes are the smoking gun, pun intended. They are. Sorry. Some of you, well, you're being a little mean. People die. How do I know that? This government is evil. It's satanic. As I've been talking about with this money and this economic system. Don't believe nothing they put out. Another distraction? Oh, yeah. Another distraction. Everything is a distraction. Everything they do is to keep you doing like this. By the time you finish doing like this, your neck hurt. You dizzy. You don't know what to believe. You don't know which way is up. Ask yourself that. If you one of them people that believe people really got killed, you can go on Twitter. I'm not giving you no links to nothing. Go look on Twitter. The same way I paused the video, screenshot it, and I blew it up. And then that was the video, because the video, both videos are out there. Anybody can do this for themselves. Screenshotted the video. She walking through the school with the Pumas on. Blew it up. Side by side. Them not the same shoes. Same pants. But where's all the blood at? All that pow, 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 pow. Blah, 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 blah. No blood, nowhere. None. The clothes was not bloody. I don't care what y'all say. It's not right. None of it looks right. You were shooting blanks. That's what was popping. Blanks. Now, will they doctor something up? If too many of us start saying this is incorrect, you best believe they're going to doctor something up. I just gave you a scenario what they're going to do about them shoes. You know what they're going to do about them shoes? That's somebody dropped the ball. Somebody dropped the soap. Big time. I don't care what you say. Them shoes are a dead giveaway. This is a false flag and a gun grab. Go to Twitter. Go to YouTube. Just go to YouTube and put the videos up side by side. You can clearly see they're not the same pair of shoes. What's the excuse? Well, you know, transgender people, maybe she was having a wardrobe situation in her mind and she wanted, that's the most retardedest, dumbest thing that I dare anybody to say. I'm going to tell you what it was. They filmed it in 2 different days. That's what it was. The same person, they filmed it 2 different days. And you know what it's done now? You are sparking another MK Ultra mind control psyop. Now all over social media, especially Twitter, the hemshees are popping up with automatic rifles. This is a George Soros moment. Deuces.